Yeah, today I'm going to make a video about the topic of Djinn and elementals. And what I thought at first, after being a long time ufology skywatcher nerd, since I took a long break and deleted my old content, when I realized that the alien agenda is a hoax agenda, that these are not aliens, they are something else, I drew the conclusion that these entities, I didn't really know what they were. Some would say they are like spirits, demonic, whatever you want to call it. I'm not religious myself, just want to clarify that I'm not religious. I'm spiritual, but I'm not religious, so I'm not dogmatic. I'm not into scripture or believing, and God and yada yada yada. I respect people's differences and what they believe, of course, but I'm not a religious person, to put it that way. That's just how I see things. But I'm more of an, when somebody who's like, not atheist, but the term is, what's this called now, when you're uncertain, that's, I forgot the term. Anyway, I've been practicing lately with the elements, bending the elements, like you've seen a few uploads here on this channel. And I've been doing it for almost a year now, and I started noticing that the fire acts alive and sentient. And how somehow I realized it's even, it's even communicating with me, and in some occasions telling me to stop, like it's not that doesn't like that I'm trying to bend it and spin it around with my energy and making it follow and submit to my will, basically. Since I'm into fire bending, I realized the fire is alive, and it speaks EVP, it makes threats and gets angry with me and begs me to stop and everything, like completely. It doesn't want me to keep, trying to control it. And as you can see on some of the footage here, it even looks like an entity sometimes. You can see like something, it looks like a being coming out of the fire. So and I'm going to show you some depictions of fire Djinn here, like some of them even look not near identical to what appears in the fire. So the irony is with all of this, that if they are Djinn or Fae, like something akin to the Fae, but in the Celtic lore, we have the Fae, and they are also elemental entities, and they exist on another frequency. They are not aliens, but they have been here before humans, created by the source, the maker, God, whatever, before humans. So they've been around longer than humans. But the only thing that I've noticed is that I can submit these entities or the forces, at least the fire. And according to the teachings and the scriptures, you shouldn't be able to do that as a human unless you have been granted the divine powers of angels, because angels, according to the scriptures, wield the power to submit the jinn, because they are above the jinn according to creation. They were created before them. So in the spiritual celestial hierarchy, whatever you want to call it, so only humans who can wield them are people granted some divine gift by angels, or like King Solomon in the past. And me, apparently, for some reason. And or somebody with gene heritage, because according to what I've read, they can merge with, they can blend their DNA in their physical shapes. I don't know when they were physical around us physically, but probably in the past sometime. They can blend with humans and create offspring that are gifted with their abilities. So they have natural magical abilities, according to beliefs and scriptures and stuff. So in my case, I have natural abilities to submit or bend the fire and the element because I don't know why, to be honest. But I've never done a ritual like trying to summon a jinn, and according to the book, and I even saw a video today that showed like some dude doing a forbidden, his secret spell to make fire, summon a fire jinn, and the jinn is just, the fire is basically behaving like just like fire behaves with me the moment I lit it. So the moment I lit fire, I summon a fire jinn instantly, apparently. So that's completely crazy, because that makes me think about all the times in the past when I summoned the UFOs. I could summon UFOs at will as a skywatcher, and I remember even meeting a fan back then who was completely amazed about it. He said like, "What? How did you do that? You just pointed and said there will emerge, and 5 seconds later it emerged, a UFO orb. And he was completely amazed. He didn't know how I was doing it. But I drew the conclusion that these are not UFOs and aliens, they are interdimensional entities. And that's how we're bringing back the old entities and mythology from mythology and religion with our beliefs on internet today. So I don't know. I can't say I believe they're all malicious or they have bad intent. I believe all of this serves a higher plan. It's been meant to be this way by some. It was always meant to happen in a way. But in my case, I just didn't make the connection and, that they were Djinn or Fae until later, much later. But in my case, I also a reason that they shouldn't have meddled with my life to begin with. If they didn't want me to discover all of this and make me tame them, then they hate being tamed. They don't like humans trying to tame them, control them. It's like the fire is literally begging me to stop on many occasions. It's so furious, and so it's like, why did you meddle with my life to begin with? You know, I didn't ask for you to be there. I didn't ask to have a fourth kind experience in Chile and South America when I was 8, or seeing paranormal entities my entire life. I didn't ask for them to be my life. So now you have to deal with the consequences, basically. It's like, so it's not my fault, you know. I just trying to figure reality out and understand things, and now I have come into the topic of elemental bending I've been doing for years. So naturally, I'm, you know, somehow ending up on their turf. And well, if you didn't want me to do all of this, why did you even show up in my life, you know? So that's why I'm making this video. I wanted to make the short video where I make the connection between the Djinn, the Fae, and the aliens. Because yeah, sure, I believe aliens exist, and there are probably some who visited Earth, but most are not aliens. Most are just elemental entities, Djinn, interdimensionals, weird creatures from other frequency ranges, have taken the shape of something we think are aliens, but they are something else. They're tricksters, and they are spiritual, non-corporeal entities. Not even religious, not Christian, nothing like that. But I still think it's the closest thing to the truth. And this is why. And why would they, for example, use vehicles if they are not physical entities? Well, they can do all of this, travel to other dimensions, realities with their abilities and mind, but it still takes effort, and it's still probably not 100% accurate all the time. They might end up in the wrong place. They might have troubles bringing their gear here, whatever it is, you know, equipment to use, whatever. Like humans, when we travel by cars, we bring our luggage, you know. They maybe have an issue with luggage and all of that, and they need to find something more effective and less time and energy consuming. So they invented a vehicle that makes it easier, a UFO. So, because we humans, we could, in theory, walk anywhere on Earth with our feet, but it would take forever and be exhausting. It's the same for them. So that's why they made technology that makes it easier. So, spiritual technology, to put it that way. So that's my theory about it. I don't think the UFO phenomenon anymore is of alien origin. I think it's of interdimensional and spiritual origin. And this was the topic of this video. It's related to the Djinn, aliens, and psychic and spiritual abilities. You know, I've been showing you my streaming sessions with the elements and fire on the video here. Just wanted to make you think. You don't have to believe this all. You can believe whatever you want. I just want you to think and ask questions. Yes. Thank you for listening. If you even listen this much, and see you in the next video. Goodbye.